For the last 10 years, the Chiefs have been an absolute NFL powerhouse. Now, not so much. Alright guys, so the only person that is possibly fit to take over this washed up team is Coach Homeboy Brand. We're running the Chiefs playbook for offense and the Vikings for defense. Well, let's go ahead and look at this roster. So if we look at our lineup here, obviously Patrick Mahomes, quarterback one, Elijah Mitchell, Isaiah Pacheco, Kareem Hunt. I guess they're both injured in this universe. Rashee Rice, Marquise Hollywood Brown, Xavier Worthy, and Juju will round out our receiving core. Travis Kelce at tight end, Simmons, Suimata, Creed Humphrey, Trey Smith, and Jawan Taylor. On the D-line, on the O-line, on the D-line, we've got Mike Dana, Chris Jones, or Norman Lott, Karlaftis, Fulton, McDuffie leading off the corners, Cook as our safety, Connor as our other safety, Drew Tranquil, Nick Bolton, and Leo Chenal as our defensive linebackers. Now, obviously, this is a pretty good roster, but they just are underperforming this year, and we are very much in negative cap room. If you want to look, we have negative $29 million in cap. So that means Leo Chenal, Isaiah Pacheco, Marquise Brown, Omenihu, Mitchell, Travis Kelce, Brian Cook, all these guys are no longer going to be on the team next year because we just cannot afford to keep them around, and so we'll just have to send to the offseason. So now really we're in the offseason. Technically, none of these guys are actually signed to our roster, so we can pick if we want to bring any of these guys back, and I think the best choice is going to be Leo Chenal. He's a younger guy. He's going to be pretty cheap. He's only going to cost us about $7 million a year, 5-year deal. Very good pickup for us. Isaiah Pacheco, I feel like we can get a similar production out of like a free agent or maybe even from the draft. And then the rest of these guys, it's really like not that important to me to keep. Let's go into free agency and see if we can pick up anybody just on a cheap deal. Alrighty, so after free agency, here's what the lineup's looking like. Pretty similar. Rashee Rice did get upgraded to superstar, so that's a very good sign for us. We didn't really lose anybody on online. Travis Kelce did retire, so we need to pick up a tight end. Chris Jones also retired. So those two big holes in our lineup. So we'll probably need a D tackle, tight end, and a free safety in either the draft or in free agency. So let's see who is able to be signed right here. So if we wanted to bring in any of these tight ends, Darren Waller or Noah Fant, they're expected to be $9 or $8 million a year, and we only have 10 or 11, so it's really not gonna be a realistic thing we can do. And we really don't have the money to sign a quality D tackle anyway. So let's see if we can get a free safety. And Justin Simmons is willing to stay or come back to the AFC West and be a Chief for a very cheap deal for a quality player that he is. So we'll see if we can bring him in. And Justin Simmons declines our deal and goes to the Jets. And I guess our best second option is Rayshawn Jenkins out of Miami. He's only a 77 overall, and he's 32 years old, so he's going to be regressing pretty soon. We also need to sign a wide receiver 3. Hollywood Brown is there, but we do not have $13 million a year to pay him. So out of Calvin Austin, Alan Lazard, and Kevontae Turpin, they are all very willing to come be a Chief. Out of all these guys, I think I'd rather have Kevontae Turpin. We're going to have to short him a little bit on this deal. Hopefully he's not too upset about that. We're just going to give him everything we can. It's a yellow, so maybe we'll sign him, maybe we won't. So both those guys still are negotiating in week number 3 of free agency. Let's see if we signed either of them. So yeah, it looks like both Kevontae Turpin and Jenkins came to the squad. So we are looking a lot better. We were able to get a start in the secondary, but coming into the draft, we needed to replace Chris Jones along the defensive line. Wide receiver depth could be good if there's really nothing in the first round. A tight end could be cool, but we can get that second, third round. So our main goal for the first round is going to be either defensive tackle or wide receiver, and then we'll probably draft a tight end in the later round. So we have the 10th pick here. I forget that we would actually have a high pick because we were asked this year. But this is the like updated draft class, so all these guys are actually coming out this year. Jordan Tyson just came out of Arizona State, so he's pretty good. So it looks like all of these defensive tackles are just like not very good. So I mean, to be honest, there's not a lot of really stud players at this draft right now. Jordan Tyson, Carnell Tate, all those guys look like they're not going to be very good. O-line, I know we do, like we probably could use some O-line. Jeremiah Love does look good. I know our linebackers are our best group. Anthony Hill Jr. looks like a very stud player. So I think what we're going to end up doing is see if we can trade back a little bit in this draft and see if we can get a good haul of picks for this one. So if we move back all the way to 28, we get a first and a third from the Lions. Now the Lions are probably going to be good, but at least, you know, that's another first round pick. So maybe if we trade that with our first round pick for next year, we can move up a little bit. They take Jordan Tyson with that pick. That's not a good pick, if I'm being honest. We'll see if any of these guys we were looking at are still here. See, Carnell Tate's still on the board. Jeremiah Love still on the board. And I think at this number 28 pick, Jeremiah Love is the best player available, and we're going to need that. He was ranked number 1 in true value, and we got him at 28. Absolute steal. We then run to the draft off with Jeremiah Love, Arvell Reese, Hunter, Drew Aller, and Giovanni El Hadi, which all should be solid players for us in the future. Alrighty, guys, so year 2, here's what the lineup's looking like. O-line, honestly, is pretty solid, other than left guard. You know, he could probably be improved on. Mahomes is a 94. Jeremiah Love is an 84. Rashee Rice, 85. Xavier Worthy, 83. Kamate Turpin, 76. Now for the defense, linebackers are looking pretty solid. We're probably going to need a new D tackle at some point. Corners are looking pretty good. Safety's not too bad. Definitely will need a free safety though. So at midseason, we are not looking too good. We are 2-5. Patrick Mahomes with 1,500 yards on 58% completion percentage, so not very good at all. 10 touchdowns, 6 picks. Jeremiah Love, 381 yards and 2 touchdowns. Rashee Rice, Xavier Worthy, and Noah Gray lead receiving. And Juwan Taylor and Suamatia have led up 13 combined sacks. Simmons with another 5. Trey Smith with another 4. Creed Humphrey with another 3. So that is... So in mid-season, Patrick Mahomes has been sacked 25 times. So maybe that is why they were not playing very good. We'll see who we have to re-sign here. Trent McDuffie. He's going to be pretty expensive, but a 95 corner, I don't think we can really pass up on that. We're going to try to see if we can skimp on this deal a little bit. We're almost there. We just need to work on the bonus. So he's going to want that $18 million signing bonus. Rashee Rice, he's going to be kind of expensive. He is superstar. We're going to have to choose between him and Xavier Worthy because they're basically the same player, just in different forms, I guess. We're going to see if he takes this 8 and 7 deal. His offer is perfect. There we go. The only really reason I re-signed him is because he is superstar, and we got to take that where we can get it. Jamari Connor, also superstar. I signed him on a little 4-year deal. See if he'll accept that. There we go. And a lot of these guys are really just like overall rounding it out pieces, other than Trent McDuffie. But we have $46 million in cap. I guess I'll just sim to the playoffs and see where we are from there. So it's not the end of the season. We'll see that. But I'm trying to work on Trent McDuffie's deal, and he literally is saying he doesn't want to play for us next year. Little does he know he will be getting franchise tagged anyway. Obviously, you can see we're 4-11. We're just going to sim to the off season because obviously we're not making playoffs. We'll probably have, if not the first overall pick, a top 3 pick. So there's that. So Joe Burrow and the Cincinnati Bengals will win the Super Bowl 30-27. Pretty good year from them. So we did franchise tag Trent McDuffie, so that makes his contract a little bit more expensive. Juwan Taylor, all these guys, it'd be nice to have them back, but especially where we are with the cap, I don't really think we can at all afford it. We're just going to go sim to free agency, see where we can improve. I don't know where exactly in the draft we are, but it's going to be pretty high, obviously. So if you guys go ahead and look at our team, The glaring, terrible thing that has happened, Patrick Mahomes has lost his X factor. He is now just a superstar, but not exactly what we want to be seeing. Arvell Reese, who we got in, I think, the second or third round, went from a 73 to a 78, so he's going to be starting for us next year at the Sam linebacker position. I don't even know what his name is. Nobunde Kobakpa. He went up 7 overalls too, so very good effort from him there. We are going to need a D tackle, but with where we're at, I know Jeremiah Smith is in this draft, so if Jeremiah Smith is on the board, I'm sorry, I'm going to take him. Just because we don't really have that deep threat wide receiver, but we're most likely going to be ending up drafting a tackle because I think our major downside was our blocking. So, all right, so we're looking to get George Karlaftis, a little bit of our running mate here. Lucas Van Ness from Iowa, from the Packers. We'll see if he goes ahead and signs. But other than that, I really don't know what we can do in free agency because for what we're looking for, there's not a lot of guys that are really able to be signed. Like Javon Dexter would have been nice, except for the fact that he's getting, I don't know how many millions per year, 20-something million a year. Lucas Van Ness, welcome to the Chiefs. I'm just going to go ahead and skip to the draft because there's really nothing else I can do. So we have the number 2 overall pick in this year's draft. Let's hope the Saints don't draft Jeremiah Smith. They draft Ty Simpson, quarterback out of Alabama. Jeremiah Smith should be right here. Absolute beast of a player. Really a no-brainer here. Draft number 2 in true value. We draft him at number 2. Some people will call that a luxury pick. I call that we needed a receiver that could actually body up. And down the line, when Mahomes is getting older, getting up there in age, it's going to be good for him to have a good receiver like that. Alrighty, so Xavier Chaplin, it says he's going to be there in round 3 to 4. This guy is 6'7", 348. He is 23, but look at that. AAC. I'm going to pass on him this round, see if I can get, I'm looking for a right tackle, preferably, but if he's still there in round 3, 4, I'll take him for sure. Alrighty, so I think the guy we're going to take with our round 1 pick 27 pick is Brian Parker II out of Duke, 6'5", 301. He's pretty agile, as his archetype says. It does say he has a lack of discipline resulting in penalties, but rank 70, and we got him at 27. So we'll have to see if he's ass, but alright, so this should solve our free safety problem. BABB from KJ Bolden out of Georgia, ranked number 7 in true value. We got him at 34. So a second round pick, that's good. That's going to be absolutely critical for us. So I think at round 3 pick 2, we got to pull the trigger on Xavier Chaplin. I really don't want to lose him because, I mean, he's 72 true value, whatever. But like, as you see, former high school power forward, whatever that means. I mean, obviously that means he's athletic, but doesn't panic pass protection. That's exactly what we want. We want a pass protector. We want somebody that's not going to let Mahomes get sacked 500 times in a year. All right, so at round 3, pick 27, I really do think that Dominic McKinley here could be a good defensive tackle in the future. 156 at 91. Whatever, but I'm just gonna head send to the end of the draft and have our overview at the end. Alrighty, so Jeremiah Smith is an 81, Brian Parker's a 72, KJ Bolden a 79, Chaplin a 72, McKinley a 69, Smith Snowden a corner that the CPU draft is a 74, Isaiah Horton a wide receiver 71. So we're gonna go ahead and send to the preseason, do our training camp things, and then show you guys what the lineup is looking like. So at the start of year number 3, Patrick Mahomes 95, Jeremiah Love 89, Rashee Rice is an 87, Worthy's an 85, Jeremiah Smith is an 84. I moved him to wide receiver 2 just so he gets more touches. Chaplin, the rookie, I don't know how he went from like a 72 to 77 in a training camp, but we moved Simmons to right tackle and Chaplin to left. Orville Reese, Nick Bolton, Leo Chenal are linebackers. Lucas Van Ness, George Karlaftis up the edge. Trent McDuffie, Nick Williams, and Snowden as our corners. Chamori Connor and KJ Bolden as our safeties. Our future safeties are insane. I'm going to go ahead and sim to mid-season and see where we are. After a very good offseason, at mid-season, we are 6-1, as you can see. Absolutely great start to the year. Patrick Mahomes right back to peak, 13-3, 1,500 yards. Jeremiah Love, 600 yards on the ground, 7 touchdowns. Jeremiah Smith, wide receiver 1, 400 yards, 2 touchdowns. Rashee Rice, 5 touchdowns. Noah Gray, 3. Worthy 2. Jared Wiley 1. But here's the biggest difference. 5, 3, so that's 8, 11, 13, 15 sacks versus 30 something. Now the rookie Chaplin does have 5, but he does play left tackle, so it's a little bit more excusable. Let's look at our defense. Nick Bolton leads the team in tackles. Leo Chenal next. Then Noah Williams. Tackles for loss is going to go to Amar Norman Lott. A very good start for him. Not a very good pass rush at all. 3.5 sacks from Lee Hunter. 3 from Van Ness. 2 from Jalot. Karlaftis only has a sack and a half, and he's almost a 90 overall, so I don't know how that works. But at the end of the day, we are still winning games. I'm going to sim to the playoffs and see if we make it, and if we do, we'll play. Twitch.tv/homeboybrand for this retarded shit that you're about to see. More stuff like this. I'm streaming every day at 8. Alright, so end of the season, we are 10-7. We are playing the Raiders in the first round of the playoffs. I'm going to hop in and play the moments. Let's get into it. And a little bit of snow coming down here in Arrowhead Stadium. Oh my, look at this atmosphere, bro. This is elite. We got a freaking, I don't know what his name is, Wiley the Coyote looking dude. There goes 1-5, Mr. Franchise, Patty Mahomes leading the boys out. All right, 1st and 10, Nico Iamaleava, quarterback for the Raiders here. All the way down in the red zone on the first possession. Genty, he's going nowhere in the backfield, wrapped up by Nick Bolton. All right, 2nd and 15, 2nd and long here for the Raiders. Iamaleava, he's going to look to throw. Nowhere to go. Threw right at the user. And he just cut right in front of me. All right, so our first offensive moment of the day here on 3rd and 6. Mahomes back to pass. We're going to have the check down here to Noah Gray. Noah Gray rumbling inside the 25 to the 24. And they're going to need our help in the red zone here. 1st and 10 from the 13. All right, 1st and 10 here. We're going to give it to Jeremiah Love. He cuts in and out, and it'll be 1st down and goal from the 1. Mahomes back to pass. Nowhere to go. He's just going to have to throw it away there. All right, we're going to see if we can catch him off guard here with the screen to Jeremiah Love, and it looks like it's going to be absolutely freaking money. Touchdown, Chiefs. All right, so 2-minute drill. We need to go ahead and get some points here to end the half. Going to go with a little play-action shot play here. We're going to have Rashee Rice. Got it, and he's going to go all the way over to the 45 of the Raiders. All right, we're going to run bench here. Looks like Wiley's going to be open. He's just going to get 4 yards there, so not a great game there. But all right, 1:40 to go. 2nd and 6 here. We're going to roll out. I think we just ought to take off here. Maybe could have thrown to one of those receivers, but I think we'll just take the easy money. All right, we're going back to bench. I'm going to look to hit Jeremiah Smith here. And nearly intercepted. He could have caught that too if this game made sense at all. It really should have been picked, but all right, Rice or Gray here could be money, or we might just hit Jeremiah Love over the middle. We're going to go ahead with Rice. It's kind of a bad throw, but he catches it and gets out of bounds. 3rd and 1 here. All right, Mahomes rolling out on 3rd and 1. I could have probably thrown to Rashee Rice, but again, I'll just take the easy money because, you know, he is getting up there in age. So I don't know how well he's going to be able to throw the ball downfield. All right, first and 10 here. 47 seconds to go. Check down Merchant. Jeremiah Smith there all the way up to the 3. We're going to let a little bit of this clock bleed. Just so we don't give Las Vegas too much time. Hit Jeremiah Love for the touchdown. Chiefs. Alrighty, 3rd and 8 here. They ended up getting a field goal. And he gets bumped. That is fucking PI all day long. But this game is utter dog shit. They're going to bring us on for the field goal here. Harrison Butker. Professional women respecter. Kick is up and through. So our defense needs a big stop here. 1st and 10. They're in the red zone. And they run a little foot. I have never seen that play on Madden. Here we go. 2nd and 10. That's a run all day long. I had it diagnosed. I missed the hit stick. And Ashton Jeanty fucks us. All right. Defense needs a freaking stop. 1st and 10. 3:13 to go. And he goes down. Ashton Guillotine. We traded for him in the offseason, and what a good freaking trade that ended up being, because he goes ahead and gets a big sack here. It brings up 2nd and 16 for the Raiders. Brings a man in motion. That's Thornton. Take it forever to get set. Chamari Connor misses the tackle, but everyone else wraps him up. Another lead with 3rd and 12. All right, 3rd and 12 here. Going to check it down to Bowers, and that's not going to be nearly enough. They're going to punt the ball back, and we have a chance to go win this football game. All right, 1st down and 10 here from the 34. 2 minutes to go. Give to Jeremiah Love. He's not going to get as much as I would have liked there, but 6 yards, not too terrible. All right, 2nd and 4. Under pressure, not who I meant to throw it to, but he probably was open if I didn't throw off my back foot. 3rd and 4 here. We need a 1st here. I might even go for it on 4th, but we're going to get it anyway. Jeremiah Love with that Texas route. Texas routes are absolutely broken on Madden. If you guys don't know, start running Texas routes and you'll get easy short yards gains. We're going back to bench here. Noah Gray wide open. He should have the 1st down and get out of bounds there. With 1:56 to go. Mahomes has almost 300 yards and 3 touchdowns. All right, here we go. 1st and 10. On the drag, Worthy wide open. He'll get inside the 10 and into the 5, down to the 2. Wow, he really turned it on there. Xavier Worthy showing off that speed. 1:49 to go. We're going to give it to Jeremiah Love. It's probably best that he doesn't get in right there, honestly. Just run this clock. We're going to go with a halfback toss here. With a minute to go, the Chiefs lead 31-24 over the Raiders. All right, 7-point lead, 1:02 to go. Iamaleava throws right at Trent McDuffie. Incomplete, nearly intercepted with 55 seconds to go. Do not throw at Trent. 2nd and 10 here. And Jack Beck just drops the ball. They would have had near 1st down yardage there. It's going to be 4 down territory here. They don't have a lot of time left. 51 seconds. They do have all 3 timeouts. And I knew he was going right there. They're going to give to Jeanty here. They're going to have to use one of their timeouts. Unless they're just going to run hurry up. I don't know what they were doing on that. They ran another 10 seconds off the clock. And an overthrow by Iamaleava. Now 30 seconds remain. 3rd and 8 from the 45. 3rd and 8 here. They bring Jeanty in motion. And he's going to go down. Who is that? I think that's 55 here. Who's 55? Norman Lott. 4th and 16, 21 seconds. They finally call a timeout. They let another 10 seconds run off the clock. They didn't need to. 20 seconds remain. They need a touchdown. We're going to run cover 4 here, but I'm going to call it to the sticks. They're going to run. Batted up and nearly intercepted. I hate that they can't intercept those. But that is going to be the game. And we will win the wild card at home and get the dub. All right, and for the divisional round matchup, We are playing in Baltimore versus the Ravens. As we can see Poe out there. Poe leading out the Ravens. We're playing the moments. Let's see when we get on the field here. Big third on. Let's make the stop. All right, so they no longer have Derrick Henry, thankfully. 3rd and 8 here. We're bringing a little bit of pressure here. And Mark Andrews was wide open, but Lamar missed the throw. And thankfully he did. All right, 1st and 10 here. We're pinned all the way back on the 1. We're going to give to Jeremiah Love. Jeremiah Love's got the first down. Big run by him. We're going to go right back to Love. Breaks a tackle from Roquan Smith and gets 5. 2nd and 5. We're going back to the air here. Nowhere really to throw. Maybe can fit it into Rice, but he gets the ball swatted away. Under a lot of pressure, too. All right, 3rd and 5 here. Baltimore bringing pressure. We're just going to check it down to Rice, and he's not going to get the first. Let's see if it... I'm going to make the executive decision. We're going for this. On our own 21, that's just Chiefs football, baby. We want to let our nuts hang here. Throw it to Jeremiah Love. He'll have the first down. That's why we do it. That's why we do it, folks. All right, I really feel good about this play. If our main targets aren't open, Jeremiah Love will be open. There you go, first down again. All right, 1st and 10 here. Worthy's going to be wide open. Can we fit it in the window? We can, and he brings it in. What a catch from Xavier Worthy. He's trying to get that second contract. 1st and 10 here. Nowhere really to go. Jeremiah Love probably had an opening, but Odafe Awe gets to us. So 2nd and forever. We just need yards here. We can try to fit it in there to Love. He'll get it. 3rd and 9 here. 3rd and 9. We're going to try to hit Noah Gray, and he drops the ball. Not what we wanted to see there, but starting from the 1, we're in field goal range, allegedly. Harrison Butker, this is going to have to be a very good kick. I don't think he's going to have the leg. Can he fit it in? Just barely. What a kick from Harrison Butker, dude. 3rd and 7. They're bringing the defense. They're bringing us in to play some defense here. And they're just going to check it down, and they're going to end up getting the first. 1st and 10. They're in the red zone. He's just going to check it down to number 3 here. I don't know who their running back is, but they're bringing him in the orbit motion. They're going to check it down to him again. Not good play calling at all from Harbaugh in the Ravens. 3rd and 14. They're going to bring him in motion again. I bet you can't guess what they're going to do. They're going to throw it short, and it's going to be 4th and 13. All right, so after the Baltimore field goal, we are out there. 2-minute drill again. We're going to go back to Jeremiah Love. He was really cooking earlier, and he's going to start cooking again. We're going to get up past midfield and get the first down. We're going to hit Jeremiah Smith here on the drag route. 1:30 to go. 1st and 10. I'm a dumbass, man. To hit Noah Gray. Oh, Jeremiah Love's wide open, but we couldn't get the ball in there. Hits Noah Gray. We saw the blitz coming, and he was going to be wide. It was going to be wide open. 54 seconds left in the half. I am pretty sure we get ball at half, too. Jeremiah Love with a little bit of a check down there. They got press coverage on Jeremiah Smith here. He's going to be open, and he's going to have the touchdown. Do not press him. So we've got it all the way up into the red zone after halftime. Jeremiah Love's going to catch it inside the 6. Mahomes on 1st and goal. Give the Love nowhere to go. They snuff that one right out. 2nd and goal here. We're going to hit Jeremiah Love, and he gets hit while he throws. Mahomes under pressure. Now it's going to be 3rd and goal from the 10. We're going to try to hit Jeremiah Smith here over the top. But we're just going to have to check it down to Noah Gray, and he doesn't even catch it. I'm not going to throw to Noah Gray anymore. This dude can't catch a freaking cold. Harrison Butker on for his 2nd kick of the day, and it is up and through. 3rd and 5 here. 3-point ball game. 4:05 to go. Mahomes back to pass. Hits Love with the first freaking down. 3rd and 3 here from the 25. They bring us back out here. Xavier Worthy should be money, but he's not. Try to fit into Jeremiah Smith, and he comes up with the contested grab. What a play. 2:47 to go. We're in the red zone. 2:47. 3-point ball game. Gonna give to Jeremiah Love. He is going to have I thought that might have been a walking touchdown, but he's going to get up to the 1. All right, first and goal from the 1. We're just going to give to Jeremiah Love, and he's finally going to get in. Kansas City takes a 10-point lead. And just like that, the Kansas City Chiefs are headed back to the conference championship game. 20-10 the final hit from Baltimore. Patrick Mahomes once again defeats Lamar Jackson in the playoffs. Lamar couldn't even muster up a touchdown. Just sad, honestly. And in the AFC Conference Championship game, an absolute hood classic, Bills Chiefs. Let's get into it. So we're taking over here from the 20. Bills do go ahead and score first, getting a field goal. Let's see what they have for Jeremiah Love. Jeremiah Love gets to the outside. He'll get near first down yardage, but it'll be second and inches. All right, second and inches here. We're going to go back to Jeremiah Love. He's going to have room, but he gets caught up on Noah or freaking Wiley. Wiley, go to the second level, dog. Why are you just sitting in the hole for? Mahomes back to pass. And it's a fumble, and the Bills pick it up, and Bullock will have a freaking run back touchdown. God fucking damn it, man. Fuck. All right, first defensive moment here. 2nd and 6 from the 17. Allen, the give to Cook. He'll get about 2 there. 3rd and 4 here. Allen under pressure. Norman Lott gets a big sack. And they're going to have to settle for a field goal. Trust me, what you are about to watch right now is one of the weirdest plays and sequences I've ever seen while playing or recording Madden. I'm going to mute the audio, but because I'm singing a copyrighted song, I don't want to get copyrighted, but I'll shut up. So as I just sit here in silence and disbelief at what's happening in front of me, we're going to go ahead and force them to kick another field goal anyway, but let's just watch. And the kick is blocked. Get up and get it, dude. Oh my god. Jeez, man. After all that, we finally blocked the kick. And we just go down and where are my moments? I'm just going to take a possession here on offense because we just went all the way down and scored. I don't get a moment. And they go all the way down and scored. I don't get a moment either. First down and 10. Mahomes back to pass. He'll have Love all the way down to the 30, inside the 30 to the 28. Give to Jeremiah Love on first down. He makes a man miss inside the 15. Jeremiah Love put the team on his back, though. We'll see if we can get a snap off before the end of the third. We can. Nowhere really to go, but we're going to throw it up to Rice in triple coverage, and that'll be the end of the third quarter. 2nd and 10 here. We're going to hit Rice on the zig route. He's going to get near first down yardage. He's going to get 8. It's 3rd and 2. This is a very big play for us. We need a touchdown. We're going to hit Noah Gray. He finally catches the ball, and it's for a touchdown. 17-17, a trip to the Super Bowl on the line. 2 minutes, 12 seconds to go. Mahomes, the give to Jeremiah Love, nowhere to go. 2nd and 11 here. Mahomes back to pass. He finds Jeremiah Smith. Jeremiah Smith first down and more. Gets up across the 35 to the 37. 1:42 to go. 1st and 10. We're going to throw to Jeremiah Smith. Breaks a tackle. He's going to get the first down. What an absolute beast. He's going to find Jeremiah Smith for how many times? I mean, we just throwing a guy's named Jeremiah. Jeremiah Love, Jeremiah Smith, getting the majority of the targets here. Mahomes back to pass. Wiley is open, and he drops it. Mahomes slips. Are you fucking kidding me? Mahomes slips on 2nd down and long. And now we're left with 3rd and longer. That is not the fucking play I picked either, but it's gonna work. Jeremiah Love all the way to the end zone, and he fumbles. Picked up by Rashad. That is the craziest play I have ever seen in my entire life. Holy crap. What did I just watch? What in the world was that? Unbelievable. I am legitimately speechless. That's going to be the game. 24-17, the Chiefs are going back to the Super Bowl. An absolutely insane freaking game. Super Bowl 62, Chiefs versus Lions. Now, in real life, I'm a Lions fan, so I'd obviously want the Lions to win. But for the sake of getting this video done, Chiefs are about to put BTA. From Miami, Super Bowl 62, where Mahomes won his very first Super Bowl, by the way. They'll give to Jeremiah Love here on first down. He'll nearly get a first. He'll get 8. Mahomes rolling out. Should have thrown to Rice, honestly, but Wiley will get a first down and more. We're going to go ahead and run a screenplay on first down. Jack Campbell just got absolutely flattened. Kirby Joseph missed a tackle. This is what it's just like watching Lions games now. Mahomes back to pass on first. He's going to throw to Noah Gray. Noah Gray is a superstar now. That's crazy. That just happened. Love on first. He'll get the first. Okay, we're just cutting that by. Mahomes on first and 10. We're going to bring Love with the orbit. There's nobody there. Jeremiah Smith is there. Kenny head top. Terrion Arnold gets the pick. Not what we wanted. First and 10 here. Mahomes back to pass. He'll hit Gray. Gray will have the first down and a little bit more. Mahomes back to pass. He's going to find Noah Gray yet again. Noah Gray carrying our entire team's legacy on his back. The give to Jeremiah Love. He's really got nowhere to go. He's going to be tackled for a loss. Second and 11 here. We're going to run a little bit of a mesh. Noah Gray should be open again, and he drops it. He goes back to that shit. Third and 11 here. We're going to do a screen pass. Jeremiah Love. Looks like we're going to have to settle for a field goal. Not a way where you want to end your drive. Harrison Butker, he's been locked in all playoffs. They say he could never miss. Kick is up, and it is going to be through. He's the GOAT. So we got 34 seconds here, all 3 timeouts. We at least need to get some points. Mahomes is going to step up, slide down, get the first. Going to run another screen pass out to Jeremiah Love. He's going to get out across the 50. There we go. First and 10. 22 seconds remain. We're going to hit Worthy here. He's going to have the first down. We're going to run a little bit of hurry up here so we can get another playoff before we have to call the timeout. We're just going to run it back. We're just going to throw Jeremiah Love there. 3 seconds. Call a timeout. Harrison Butker remains perfect in the playoffs. Very boring first half of football. 6-3. Not very good. So 6-6 here in the third quarter. A minute 21 left. Mahomes back to pass. Going to check it down to Jeremiah Love. I really shouldn't have done that, but second and 11 here. Jeremiah Smith wide open. He's got one man to beat. Brian Branch does end up making a good tackle, though, but we are into Lions territory. First and 10 here. We're going to bring Worthy in motion. Ooh, Jack Campbell. I did not freaking see you. You and the other dude blended together. Second and 10. Mahomes back to pass. Jeremiah Love. He's got blockers. He's across to the 21-yard line. Mahomes back to pass. Nowhere really to throw to. Jeremiah Smith down there somewhere, but it's incomplete. Second and 10 here. Try to hit Noah Gray. No one else is really open. So he catches that, but he can't catch the ones that hit him both in his hands. Third and 5 here. Aiden Hutchinson not made an impact yet so far, but Ellie McNeil will, and we'll have to settle for a third field goal. Harrison Butker absolutely locked in. Now we just need the defense to stay locked in and the offense to lock in. So an absolute barn burner here, 9-9. Teams, they're just matching score back to back. 1st and 10 here from the 30. Hits Jeremiah Love, first down. We just need to do that, but when we get in the red zone. Mahomes, he's got Rice, and Rice has 7. 2nd and 3 here. Jeremiah Smith catches the ball, first down, Chiefs. We're going to start to try to chew a little bit of this clock. We don't want to leave too much time for the Lions. Jeremiah Smith going to be wide open for a drag route. Breaking tackles up to the 27. We are well within field goal range, so this is going to be Jeremiah Smith time. From 9 to 5, I know it's vacant, you bitch. Yeah, bitch. Yeah, bitch. Yeah, bitch. The give to Love, nowhere at all to go. But that is going to take us down to below the 2-minute warning. So Detroit does have all 3 timeouts. We really do need to get some yards on this play. The give to Love, and it's going to come back. He had near the first down, but it's going to be holding. The one thing we can't do here is have an incomplete pass or a sack. And this ball is going to be intercepted off the tip. And the Lions are going to score. Time to lock in. We go from being in the position of having everything in control, one holding play, one tip ball, and we are in the biggest deficit of the night. Jeremiah Love is going to have it across midfield up to the 41. We're going to run a little bit of hurry up here. And we're going to get a run in. See if we can catch them off guard. And they just double team one guy, but forget about Jack fucking Campbell. 58 seconds left. Noah Gray open, and he finally catches the ball. That should be a first down. There we go. 50 seconds left. Mahomes back to pass. He'll find Gray again. We get 8. .30 seconds left on the game. Xavier Worthy catches it. Timeout. He's going to go ahead and hit Jeremiah Smith. He brings it in. 6 yards there. 24 seconds remain. Jeremiah Smith might be money here. That linebacker did have good coverage. Noah Gray. Touchdown, Chiefs. 17 seconds remain in Super Bowl regulation. Harrison Butker missed the extra point. He missed the extra point. He missed the extra point. You have got to be fucking... You have got to be fucking kidding me. So some big dum-dum raged at the game, got mad, and somehow didn't realize that his mic was muted while we were going over these next 2 segments of the video. But as you can see, Jeremiah Smith, Jeremiah Love, Patrick Mahomes, Xavier Worthy, Rashee Rice, all dogs, O-line, all dogs. George Karlaftis up to a 91. Lucas Van Ness is superstar. Trey McDuffie, 99 overall superstar. KJ Bolden, GOAT. Jamari Conner, 92 overall superstar. I keep calling him Nick Williams. I forget what his name is. It's been a while since I filmed this. And Williams, 90 overall. Our linebackers looking pretty goated. We're just going to go ahead and sim to mid-season and see where we are at. All right, guys. So at mid-season, we are 5-1. We're looking pretty goated. I don't even feel like we need to make any adjustments. Let's just sim to the playoffs, and maybe we'll get the 1 seed. Who knows? So I... Again, did not realize that my mic was muted, but we just simmed through every game in the playoffs. We beat the Chargers. We beat the Jets. Now we are in the Super Bowl. I believe this is the conference championship game against the Jets. And we have a classic Super Bowl matchup, Eagles versus Chiefs. Let's run it back and see if the Chiefs can get their get back for 2024.
So that's awesome.
Oh, I guess I'm back.
We are back in the Super Bowl. 11-6 Chiefs, 11-6 Eagles. We're gonna hop in and let's play this. Let's get this freaking video over with. Let's get this done. All right, so the Chiefs are back in the Super Bowl, playing in Tampa Bay, where they lost their second Super Bowl of this dynasty, or I guess their first Super Bowl in their second Super Bowl. There goes Jeremiah Love with a nice little carry. Mahomes back to pass. Noah Gray wide open. He lost his superstar this year, but he's still playing like a freaking superstar, getting us up to the 45. Mahomes back to pass. He fires to Noah Gray and incomplete, knocked out. We might have Rice here deep, and we get hit while we throw him. Mahomes back to pass. He's got Rice, or no, it's Worthy. Worthy inside the 20 to the 15. He's still fighting, breaking tackles, and down at the 15. Mahomes back to pass again. Rolling out. Fires to Gray, and it's intercepted by Nakobe Dean. That is not who I've meant to throw to. All right, coming right back at it. Mahomes. Jeremiah Smith down there somewhere, and he brings it in all the way down to the 41 quickly. Mahomes. Nowhere to go. He's already sacked. Jihad Campbell. Mahomes brings Worthy in motion. Worthy has a step, but it's underthrown, nearly intercepted again. Patrick Mahomes has no time in the pocket. So third and forever. Mahomes back to pass. He's got a man. Rashee Rice, can he fit in the window? He can, but it's dropped. So the defense finally gets a stop. We have to get something going offensively, though, and we need to do it fast. Nowhere really to go there, but Rice ends up getting open. Hits Worthy, and he's wide open, but we overthrow him. Mahomes back to pass under pressure, nowhere to go. Fires to Love. He'll get the first down on 3rd and 2. Mahomes play action. He's got Jeremiah Smith here. Noah Gray whiffs a blocker, else we might still be running. Mahomes back to pass. Rice has a step. Can the ball get there? No. Mahomes back to pass. Nowhere to go. She's going to get rid of it. Eagles showing pressure. They bring pressure. Mahomes back to pass. Can Rice get his feet in? He can. We're going to go quickly here because I don't think he got his feet in, if I'm being completely honest. We'll try to get this snap off. Hopefully we can. We do. Fulton, our new tight end we drafted, drops the football. Why did we pick you? Mahomes back to pass. Nowhere really to go. He's just going to try to take off, and he'll get a yard, and he'll bring up 3rd and 9. Mahomes fires to Rice. That ball is caught, but it'll bring up 4th and 5. And Coach Homeboy Brand leaving the troops out there. We're going to keep in Jeremiah Love to block. Hopefully somebody can get open. Noah Gray. There we go. First down. That gamble absolutely paid off. Here we go. We're going to go back with bench just to try to get a little quick play in. We don't want to run too much clock, but we do want to make sure that they do not have any time. Mahomes back to pass. Rolling out. He has Rice. That ball is caught inside the 10. First and goal here from the 7. Jeremiah Love barrels into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Down 7. Start of the 3rd quarter. We do end up getting the ball after half. Jeremiah Love there. We are just a little bit away from breaking that one. Mahomes back to pass. Fires. That ball's going to be caught by Jeremiah Smith. Jeremiah Smith making people miss. And across our 40. Mahomes back to pass. Fires to Jeremiah Love. That ball's going to be caught near first down yardage. Alrighty, 2nd and 2 here. Mahomes rolling out. He's got Jeremiah Smith wide open. He's got blockers in front of him. He's inside the red zone. First down, Kansas City. Mahomes back to pass. Fires to Noah Gray. That ball's caught. First down and goal, Kansas City. Mahomes back to pass. It's going to be a screen pass. Jeremiah Love makes a man miss. And touchdown, Kansas City Chiefs. Jeremiah Love I think he's had all our touchdowns in the Super Bowl. Alrighty, Mahomes back to pass. He's got Worthy on the drag route. Worthy, he's dangerous in the open field. He gets 15 there. Mahomes, the give to Jeremiah Love. Jeremiah Love's got the first down. What a run from him. Mahomes rolling out. He's just going to throw it away. There really was nothing there for us. Going to run it out of this split back formation. Jeremiah Love, nowhere to go. It's going to be 3rd and 9. All right, 3rd and 9. Game on the line. We just started that first play of the 4th quarter. We've got our new tight end, Fulton, down the sideline. He's got 2 men to beat. He won't beat him, but he is inside to the 6-yard line. All right, 1st and goal here. We're going to bring Noah Gray in motion. Mahomes, play action. He's got Jeremiah Love for a short gain. It'll bring up 2nd and goal from the 6. All right, Mahomes, the give to Love. Good blocking up the middle. Jeremiah Love with the hat trick in the Super Bowl. Touchdown, Chiefs. So our defense comes up with an absolutely legendary stop play. 3:31 to go. 21-17. Jeremiah Love, this is your time to shine. We need to run this clock. Put on ball carrier conservative. We need to do everything we can to just get the dub. Mahomes gives to Love. Love making people miss. He gets up to all the way up to the 18, and the Eagles have to start using some of those timeouts. Mahomes, the give to Love. Love just squirting through, getting 5. What an effort from him. Philly uses their 2nd timeout. Mahomes, the give to Love. Love has the first down. Philly calls their final timeout. And all we need is 1 first down, and this game is over. Going right back to Love. Love squirts through for about 2 yards, and that will take us down to the 2-minute warning. We're going to see if we can catch him off guard a little bit with a pass, but we're just going to check it down. Jeremiah Love. Jeremiah Love has the first down. Should be first down and 10. And that is going to do it. The Kansas City Chiefs are back on top. Back to winning Super Bowls. They are no longer washed up. Well, actually, I really don't want this to happen, IRL. I want them to never touch a Super Bowl ring again, even when I'm 100 years old. But in this situation, we are hyped. The Kansas City Chiefs are Super Bowl champions, once again defeating the Eagles in the Super Bowl, 21-17. If you guys like the video, drop a like on the video, subscribe to the channel. We are doing more Madden, college football, NBA rebuilds, as well as just talking NFL, college football, NBA, news, content in general. As the NFL season wraps up, we'll start doing more NBA and then mock drafts, off-season content like that. But if you guys did enjoy the video, like the video, subscribe to the channel. Comment your guys' thoughts on this video. Comment what you guys want to see next, and I will see you guys in the next one.